Back at it for another episode of the Blind But Not See podcast. I am your host, FOBC Note, the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Poppy if you nasty, the official Blind Stepper, the voice of the disables. And you know where we at, WTF Media Studio, 265 Canal Street. I'm locked in with my boy Wolf for another episode. We locked in, we taking this shit to another level. And this episode right here, we gonna get into the concrete jungle, the streets, STREEP. We getting into the streets with this shit. And it's like, shit is different now, Wolf. I ride through Brooklyn, I walk through Brooklyn. Shit is different from when I was like raised and when I was growing up. And you feel me? Like, I feel like the streets now is 2.5 from when we was growing up. And I asked myself, damn, why? I feel like it's because the way the living arrangements is, how we living. Like, I feel like we on top of each other. Brooklyn, I feel like buildings, projects, we on top of each other. It's no space. It's nothing to breathe. So I feel like it force our kids to jump in these streets. Like to do bad shit. I'm one of them. I was raised right. I was raised properly. Like my mother put blood, sweat, and tears to make sure I have the best. But I felt like the best wasn't good enough for me growing up in the streets of Brooklyn. So what did Sino do? I was heavily influenced by the gang culture. That red color. I was influenced about getting that fast money, selling drugs and shit. I didn't have to, but I felt like it was it was the cool thing to do. I felt like it was a respect. And I felt, sheesh.
Take your time. Approach it how you want to.
Growing up, I felt like when you part of that gang culture, you was that nigga. You was that man on top. I felt like it came with power. It came with respect. Walking around with beads on your neck, walking around with a flag in your pocket. I felt like you couldn't be touched. You jump people. You beat people up because it's like it's a sense of power that you have because you walking around with this color. Like you banging this color. When really and truly, shit is not worth it. Look at it like this. The big homies that's in these jails, they doing life, double life, and 100 years, and we taking orders from niggas that's behind them walls, them jail walls. Think they give a fuck about you? Think they give a fuck about your life? No, they gonna send these orders from these jails for you to be in there with them. And I feel like it's even worse now with these kids. Back in the days, we had hands. Like it was guns, but it wasn't accessible the way it is now. We was beating niggas up back in the days. Now these kids got switches, guns that's holding 30 bullets. I feel like the streets failed us. I feel like the music failed us. Cause I felt like it was normalized. When Certified Gangsters came out by Jim Jones, that's the year everybody turned blood. Me and the video with him and Gang, they got the red band, then they in Compton. I wanted to live that life. So what I did, I united with one of them. They give you everything that makes you feel like this shit is a family. This shit is unity. They make you feel like ain't nobody bigger than us. When really we were just a whole bunch of niggas that was running around just being dumb. I'm 34 years old, so I'm man enough to say that shit. I was dumb. Cause like at the end of the day, you can't retire from this gang shit. You can't get no 401k from this gang shit. It's either you gonna end up dead, jail, or you gonna have to be undercover on the low. Because you couldn't handle the time, so you gave them people what they wanted. I feel like we need to it's like this shit is crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. This episode is different because when you really look at it and see like the problems of why do a lot of people sit and turn they life to the streets, the first thing that people come to mind say is the parenting. But rent so fucking high in New York City that the mother gotta work 2 jobs. The father gotta do 2 jobs and work on the side. So it's not enough time for our kids. Like to spend time with our kids. I feel like it's not enough programs. I feel like it's not enough after school activities, not no more basketball. So it's like, what we do? We leaving our kids on the corner with guns, with drugs, with bad influence because the music is way worse than what it is now. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. But when you got this drill shit, talk about sliding on the ops and all that, I feel like a lot of people don't got ops, but make ops. Be honest, shit. We was beefing with niggas on the next block. Why? I don't know. But I feel like it was the cool thing to do. It's like, I don't know. This episode was real, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause like as I'm talking, I'm thinking about different shit. I'm like, damn, I did that. Damn, I really did that. Damn, I really was out there doing this. Damn, I did that. And it's like, damn, this shit. Like when you really think about this, it's like, damn, this was really my life. And that shit is crazy. To really see which way I'm gonna approach this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, well, this topic right here is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's a lot of shit that people don't know about me that they would know. I feel like a lot of people don't know I was in the gang. They know now. Like a lot of people don't know I was selling drugs. They know now. They probably looked at me as an angel, like I'm a saint, but I really was with the shits back in the days. If I could take it back? Would I? I probably would, but I probably didn't because I feel like this is what shaped me. You know, like sometimes you got to go through certain shit to become who you is today. I feel like that shit helped me out a lot. So it's like, then this nigga was making me work. Yo. Yo, and it's crazy. I never thought about this shit before. I never thought about this. And what it's like, what caused people to join gangs and shit? What makes people say, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, this topic fucked me up. Way more than the forgiveness shit, though. Cause yo, when you really think about it, like, damn, like, it's really no real reason to join no gangs. It's really no real reason to be selling no drugs. Not when there's so many jobs out here that's hiring, and I feel like people just don't take advantage of it. You want to join a gang? Join a basketball team. Join a football team. Track. I feel like gang.
What about people who say that they join gangs to protect themselves from other gangs or other dangerous situations? Is that a good reason to join a gang?
I feel like that's not a good reason to join the gang. I feel like that's just a weak answer. You're a weak soul. You're a weak mind. I feel like joining the gang not supposed to be for protection. I feel like, cause then when you join that gang, now you feel like you're the biggest thing, and now it's just a pattern that's just keep going. Cause now you join the gang, now you gonna be fucking with the next kid and making the next kid want to join the opposite gang, which creating more ops. What they say today, which creating more bodies being dropped on these streets, which creating more people to be like earning a number to go upstate in jails. So I feel like joining the gang, like you saying you joining the gang for protection. I feel like you just a weak soul. You're a weak mind. Like me, I joined the gang. It was a trend. It was a trend thing. It was cool. I never joined for protection. I know I could fight. I know I could defend myself. So it was never over a protection thing. Plus, when I did shit and I ran into shit, I never ran back and got no gang. I always dealt with it. I stayed on business. So I feel like a lot of like it's different from when I was growing up to now with these kids. I feel like a lot of these kids is part of a gang because of protection. But you don't know that protection is getting you a residency at somebody's cemetery or like earning your forever lifetime stay in somebody's correction facility. I feel like it's a big difference. Cause nowadays these kids don't fight, they shoot. They scared. Back in the days, we really put the boxing gloves on and we fought. These kids nowadays scared to take ass whippings. I feel like it's really no reason to be in no gangs now. The shit is stupid, to be honest. Like, and I'm around the gangs. Like opposite colors from me. And when now we chill, we laugh, we joke, and it's like, what this gang shit got for us? Nothing. But scars and war wounds and everything else. It ain't worth it. And if I could do a peace rally to help the kids out, I definitely would. Cause I feel like I could save a kid that said, like, man, this gang shit is corny. We taking orders from big homies that don't even know how to be big homies. A big homie should have been like, nigga, go to school. Big homie should be telling you how to get a job. A big homie should be standing on business, not having you doing dumb shit to end up in jail or dead. I feel like joining like gangs out here in these streets, you just hurting families.
Mm.
Cause not for nothing, I could be beefing with a nigga down the block, but our moms go to the same church. Our moms work at the same job. Our moms go to the same grocery stores. Our moms communicate and talk to each other. But what I'm beefing with you for? A lot of times I'm beefing with a nigga that I was in kindergarten with. Nigga, we got class pictures together. I feel like this shit is corny. I feel like not for nothing, beef in 2024 is unnecessary. I feel like there's no reason to be beefing with the next nigga because at the end of the day, y'all both in the same predicament.
But what if he feel like he beefing with the next man because he took a friend of his life or something like that?
You could get back doesn't mean your friend gonna come back.
Mm.
That pain's still gonna be in your heart. And then now you take that nigga life. Now you got a target on your back. Now you dodging the police and you dodging the niggas. Cause I know you got that hammer on your waist still. So it's like it goes back to what I said. You ducking that penitentiary or you ducking that graveyard. Sometimes you gotta just and then not for nothing, we dying over nothing. When you ask them like, oh, well, what you killed them for? Or what you part of that beef for? They don't even know. This shit that happened before we was able to even leave off the block. This war been going on before we even jumped off the steps, the porch. So you just encourage the beef. But you don't even know where this shit stemmed from. Shit ain't worth it. No gang's worth it, to be honest.
Mm.
Back then, I was heavy on it. Now I see these little niggas, they piece each other. I walk past. I'm bigger than that. I'm past that. Now I'm pushing peace. Not for nothing, it's like ask anybody in these streets of Brooklyn or anywhere. I guarantee you we was in the same class together. We did plays together. We was on the same basketball team together. Our mother was in the same stands rooting for each other. Our fathers probably had conversations in the park playing basketball, all different types of shit. Why I'm beefing with you for? You like my brother. You really like my brother. I'm beefing with you over a color? Or what block you from or what project you from? Is this shit really worth it? It's really not. It's really not. My right hand man is Cold Blue. He Crip. I'm on the opposite side, but that's my best friend. Once we see like this gang shit, they ain't mean nothing. The principles, I feel like these big homies set us up for failure.
Mm. Speak on that some more.
How we set up for failure?
How the big homies set you
I
up
feel like
for
these big homies set us up for failure. Why? They put all these bullshit negativity shits in our head to really react on a fucking color that's in a crayon box. It's like, what is it doing for us? It's not putting no money in our pockets. It's not making us smarter. A lot of some people know the gang book way more than they know a textbook. I don't see your big homie telling you, did you do your homework today? Did you go to school today? Are you graduating? They don't give a fuck about that. Why? Because they not shit and they don't want you to be shit. The cycle keep goes on. Like people, little big homie, I don't want to be, I'm not your big homie. Don't refer to me your big homie. I'm not. Like, big bro. Yeah, I'm big bro because I'm going to tell you, don't do the bullshit. Go to school. Not for nothing, like, real shit, I done came from when niggas, you know, back in the days, I don't know if I did it in Texas, but when people used to have crates and you used to play basketball on the crate or in the garbage and shit like that.
Oh, for sure.
Like, people had hoop dreams back in the days playing on them garbages and crates or playing football in the middle of the streets. Now you see them with a flag and it's like, damn, bro, you could have made it.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
And then when you look, you see that doofy, no good, dirty ass nigga that's standing behind them, pulling them back. Now you got a mission to do. You got a drill to do. You got that work to move. Instead of you, nigga, you being the one that's saying, say, nigga, throw that football, shoot that basketball, hit that baseball.
Right.
Like that could be our ticket out the hood.
Go get some money the legal way.
But know what it is though? In Brooklyn, nobody can be better than you.
Mm.
That's the mentality that people have. Nobody can be bigger than me. This nigga got a scholarship. I'm gonna find a way to tear this shit up. You got that $1 million contract? I don't got it. I'm gonna find a way to fuck your life up. Nah, come on, ride with me in the car with this gun. We got some work to do. Oh, we gotta send money to the big homies that's up top. We got these drugs to sell. Shit's don't be worth it, bro. And that's the mentality that a lot of people have. You can't be bigger than me. You gotta be at a level with me, or you gotta be under me.
Mm.
Nah, everybody around me, I always tell them, FOB, family of bosses. We all bosses. But make sure you're able to float if FOB was to ever fall.
Mm.
Cause I'm gonna make sure I float.
Mm.
If I drown, make sure your brand float. I want my niggas to be better than me. I want my son to be better than me. I want the niggas around me to be better than me. Why? Cause it's a friendly competition. I'm gonna see you at the top, bro. I'm not gonna beat my niggas down and have them in the corner. Like, nah, I feel like there's enough money, it's enough fame, there's enough everything out here for all of us. A lot of people don't see that shit. Cause it's like the minds that people have, if it's $2,000 on the table, I'm not gonna take 1,000, you take 1,000. I gotta take 1,001. You gotta be left with the 99. Nah.
Mm.
I gotta have more than you. And I feel like that's what's wrong with the word today. That's why I feel like what's wrong in our communities today. Nah, I can't afford them at Mary's. You got them, I'm gonna take them. That nigga just work hard for these pants. Why you can't do the same shit he did? I feel like nobody don't want to work no more. Nobody don't want to do nobody don't want to do the work no more. I feel like that's what's wrong with our community. It's fucked up. As sad as it say, it's fucked up. And I'm scared because my son growing up in this world. So it's like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because it's like, do I stop my son from wearing the designer shit and want to dress a certain way and be fly because out there is the wolves? I feel like if I'm dressing my son up like this, I'm throwing him to the wolves.
Mm.
Is that fair?
Mm.
Nah, that shit is not fair. It's like I feel like my son dressing the way he's dressing, I'm creating more problems for him. Bad enough he's a black kid growing up in the streets of Brooklyn. People gonna look at him. He think he's better than us because he got this, he got that. Now then you're gonna try to hurt my son. And then you got the cops on the other hand that's gonna ride down the block and say, he got all this, he must be selling drugs. Let me pull him over. I feel like I'm more scared for more scared for my son to walk the streets than me. And I got shot 3 times. So it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. I can't tell him, no, I'm not gonna buy you this shit. Why? Because it's people out there that's gonna try to take it and they'll kill you for this shit. Because he ain't gonna say it. My son never been through nothing hard. He never witnessed nothing hard. He never seen no traumatic shit. So
Right.
he don't know how that shit is on the outside.
Right.
So it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. I got nephews that growing up in these shits, and it's like,
Mm.
shit is scary. Because our generation was bad, but the generation behind us is even fucked up. They shooting just to shoot. They killing mothers. They killing babies. And I picture my son generation. You gonna think this shit is Grand Theft Auto? Niggas running down, killing. And it's sad to say it. I feel like it's no solution to this shit. I feel this shit just gonna keep growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger.
You think there's no way to stop it?
I don't think it's gonna be no way to stop. There's not enough money in Brooklyn. Sad to say, not enough money in Brooklyn. Why? How much is your average apartment in Brooklyn? $2,000, $25,000, $3,000 to accommodate a 3-family, like a 3-bedroom, right? Now your mother gotta bust her ass out there just to make sure the rent is paid, the light bill and all that shit paid. So which means that's taken away from the time that she got to spend with her kids. That's taken away from them joint that these kids want, these pants that these kids want, that they watching these artists and they want to dress like them and all that. That shit, they don't. She don't have the money for that shit. She barely have money to put on the table for them to eat. So what that makes that kid do? I'm fed up from this shit. I'm gonna go outside and guess who in that corner? Them gangs. Now you looking at the gangs, they got the newest Jordans on, they got the chains on, they got a pocket full of money, this, that. I want that. So what that kid gonna do? He gonna join the gangs. And this shit just gonna keep living on and on and on.
Right.
Look how long Tukey Williams been out. Look how all these big gang like gangs started in the 70s, 60s, 50s.
Right.
Look where it is today.
What is it about the streets and like gang culture that you want young kids to pay attention to? Because I think a lot of the time when you're young, it's like you're too busy being in the moment. You're too busy living. You don't really got the wisdom yet to like take a step back and see the big picture, like the whole picture. Because maybe if you step back and you can see everything, then it'd be like, oh, this is what's going on. This is what it really is. But they can't see it because they too in it.
I would tell that kid pretty much, you not living. Once you in the gang, you not living. You survive. You trying to survive.
Mm,
It's a big difference. Living is when you walking down the street, you don't gotta worry about nobody trying to gun you down. Another day, because you're not part of nothing. You're not socializing with the nigga that then shot at us the other day. When you in the gang culture, you trying to survive. It's a big difference. Every day we outside, we trying to survive. We trying to beat the odds of getting killed. Like, matter of fact, for instance, my best friend J6, he been dead for 13 years now.
mm,
Before he died, I ain't never think trauma could happen to us. I never thought we can be like we could die. I'm gonna keep it real. I never thought we could die. I feel like we was untouchable because it wasn't normal to me. But then getting a call and saying that he's on Broadway and they shot him, that shit fucked me up. And the hospital, like, just going and seeing the police and all, I'm like, damn, this shit ain't supposed to happen to us. He was untouchable. Going to the hospital and they said he didn't make it. That shit made me look at life totally different. And then it's like the way the streets like, oh, he was a crip. Fuck that nigga. Ain't you blood? Nah, no, like, this my real friend. No color mattered. So it's like, I feel like you surviving out here in these streets. And then when you think about like what you die for nothing.
mm.
You die because somebody couldn't take an ass whooping. That's what he died for, because niggas couldn't take an ass whooping.
Mm.
And you say to yourself, was it worth it? 'Cause I felt like he definitely was gonna be great. He was retarded, but he was that person that you needed to when you having that bad day, you gonna laugh, you gonna joke. 13 years he gone. His life didn't even start yet. Like, shit never worth it. My son JC,
Mm.
rest his soul. And it's crazy. I can sit here and name so many dead homies, and it's like, what did they get? Now they get their kids behind. Is this shit? They taking care of this shit taking care of their kids?
Mm.
I don't.
Speak.
I
Can you,
don't. I
can you
don't think
speak?
not.
Can you speak to that? Like, can you speak to like if you got kids and you in this gang shit? Like, one thing you got to know is that this gang shit not gonna take care of your kids once you gone.
One thing for sure. Two things for certain. When you decide to take that red pill, that blue pill, whatever pill it is out there, the Lion Kings or whatever the case may be, just know you are failing your kids for the simple fact the day you put them cuffs on or the day that somebody take your life, you just leaving your kid in the world to survive, to fend for themselves, which means the cycle just gonna keep going because your kid gonna follow in your same footsteps. That same gang that you was part of, that you died for nothing for, gonna be right there holding your kid hand, making it feel like we all for you. And when they just sign your kid up to follow your same footsteps, to be behind them walls, to die too. I'm not ashamed to say it. One thing for sure, two things for certain. My son never seen none of that shit.
Mm.
Like I my son been on the honor roll for 8 years in a row, bro.
Mm.
I'm on his ass when he do something. That father in the streets are like, yo, that laughing like that shit is cool. No, it's not cool. No, we not doing this, bro. You a king. You bet you gonna be better than me. I made the mistakes in my life, so you won't. I pretty much when I was out here doing what I was doing, I would just straighten out the road for my son to walk. So all them crooked words, the streets and them fucking potholes and all that shit. I feel like I fixed the streets enough up so my son could walk and don't gotta worry about none of that shit. So that's why I'm on his back about it. Did you do your homework? That's why when the school call and say he did something, I'm on his ass. I threaten him. Yeah, I do. Cause you would not. I'm not losing my son to the streets. 1,000%. Cause then I don't give a fuck. I let him do what he do. My son, God forbid, life get taken. What I'ma just sit there and look on social media and everybody just put him up. Oh, he went out like a G. Yo, rest in peace to such and such gang. Nah, that shit is corny, bro. Cause then, to be honest, after them 10 days, nobody gonna put you up no more.
Mhm. Speak on that, bro.
After a month, nigga, they moved on to the next person. After a month, what they doing? They forget about you. Cause really and truly, when you dead and you gone, yeah, they gonna wear your shirts. Rest in peace, such and such. He was a real nigga. Yeah, you gonna get your Facebook fame. Everybody tagging the page. I'm crying. Damn, bro, this shit broke my heart. You gonna be, I mean, they gonna drink they Don Julio, they Hennessy. Yeah, they gonna smoke. Like, yo, bro, I'm this blunt for you. But when that money's gone, they gonna be gone too. The memories gonna be gone too. They ain't getting the clout off you no more. They might revisit it when your anniversary come, the day you die, or your birthday come. But man, they moving on with their life. They ain't giving a fuck about what happened last month. Like this world is just like it's for the moment. I feel like niggas live in the moment. Half the niggas that say that was my bro, you just met them niggas last week. I feel like this shit just stupid. Cause even now, like, I don't post my man J6. He died 13 years ago. I feel like I don't gotta post him to validate him. Yeah, he in my heart. I got his name tattooed. I got him tattooed on me. I can never get that back. But the people that want the clout and they write on the Facebooks and they put it up on Instagram, this, that, and the third is like, and then you really saying, ask like, what do you miss about him the most? A lot of people don't know. They just miss because he was part of their gang. Shit is corny. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. And not for nothing. I even. It's not even the mothers. I feel like the men in this world gotta do better.
Speak on that.
Because I feel like as a man in this world, if you see your next door neighbor's son doing some bullshit, address that shit. Check that shit. Don't just walk past and say that's none of my business. I feel like sometimes you got kids in your community, take them. Start a basketball tournament. Keep their mind occupied. Yo, come here, little homie. Like, let me put my arms around you. Like, sponsor these kids. Be these kids' sponsor. Let me show you something different, something that you never seen before. You like music? Come on, let's go to the studio. Let me show you something. That's why I feel like a lot of these record labels and shit, and me and Drill talked about it. I feel like they should put their hands around a lot of these kids because they influence these kids in these streets. Nah, I'm not gonna teach you how to drill, be a driller, to drill, or pick up the switch. I'm gonna teach you how to press these buttons to make magic. Let me teach you how to work this studio. Let me teach you how to make a beat. I feel like a lot of people don't do that shit. It's a lot of park legends that never made it. Nah, let me put my hands around you because I feel like you got the potential. I fucked up in life. So let me give you game so you won't fuck up. Let me show you how to shoot that basketball. Let me show you this crossover. But instead, we see these kids, we say what up, and we keep it pushing, knowing that they're doing wrong. I feel like we're not doing enough. I feel like instead we just walk past and when we walk past, it's like, damn, we could have saved that life. Now it's gone. Now you at the funeral, you're going to show your love and your respect, knowing that you could have probably avoided that shit. I feel like as men, we have to do better as men. Like we the leaders, right? Like we supposed to lead. I feel like men ain't leading in 2024. The women is. You see a lot of these NBA drafts getting drafted and all this other shit. The mother is there, not the fathers. I feel like we got to lead coaches in these schools, these principals, these deans. Don't look at these schools as a job. Look at it as you here to save these kids. And that's why I gotta give shout outs to Jeff. Thomas Jefferson, FDNY, they saved me. That's when I felt like I ain't gonna lie, they saved me. I was in the street, every time you turn around, I was fighting. But they put their arms around me. The principal showed that he cared about me. I had a white principal, but he showed that you got a gift. Mr. Green, the EMT, he cared about me. Yo, come here and look at this. Like I'm roaming through the hallways. He pulled me inside the EMT class. First time I got introduced to EMS was childbirth. I'm watching. I'm like, damn, that shit nasty. That shit coming out of that. He like, yo, just come, just come. Until I picked that shit up, I became an EMT. So I feel like the teachers, the principals, the pastors, and all. I feel like we all have a hand that we can stop and change the world, but we got to do it and not look for a check behind it. Once that check come out your head, I feel like a lot of kids will be saved, bro. I'm willing to go on the tour to talk to the kids that's in the gangs. I don't want to talk to the kids that's on the honor roll. I don't want to talk to the kids that's preppy and all that. I want to talk to the kids that's in the streets. I want to do a tour with different schools. I want to talk to the kids that feel like drilling is their only option. I want to talk to those kids and let them know, like, man, life ain't good. I got shot. Where they all at now? Everybody gone. I was just for the moment. My real ones are still here. But that just shows who, when you're in hard times, you're going to really see who there for you, who not there for you. Free hood until I'm saying it backwards. Stand up, nigga. My man, doing 19 years in jail for murder. 6 kids out here. Who lost here? The kids. You doing your time, but who's really losing? Your kids are losing. Because now Christmas is coming, you're not there. Birthdays is coming, you're not there. Graduations is coming, you're not there. They first heartbreak, you're not there. So guess what? And in a lot of these kids' mind, gonna be like, my father wasn't there. Who the fuck is him to tell me what to do? Then, or you might have those kids that sit and say, "Oh, my father went out like a G." They praise him in his gang world. I'm gonna follow in his footsteps. Like the movie South Central. Bobby Johnson went to jail for murder, right?
Right.
And then look what his right hand man did. Took his son in. You want this money? Go steal the radios out the cars. Got shot in the back. And then look at the end results. You got my son in here to try to kill a man that shot him in the back because he stole his shit out the car. But they supposed to be the big homies, right? Nah. My man doing 19 years in jail. His kids ever called me, I'm gonna be there the best I can. I'm not gonna say and tell you, oh, I'm gonna give you these drugs, selling whatever you sell, you keep. Nah, that's like I'm just reliving the cycle all over again. I'm creating a monster. Nah, we gotta give these kids opportunities. And that's all I'm here to give these kids opportunities. That's all. That's my job. That's all I'm trying to do. Just give them an opportunity, not just my son, but my nephews and kids that's around me that look up to me and talk to me. I just want to give them an opportunity.
Man, first of all, thank you for sharing all this game and all this wisdom, bro. Because I think somebody is definitely gonna benefit from hearing this. I think a lot of the time, when it comes to just being young and black, it's like it's the lack of exposure why you don't got something. You know what I mean? Or lack of exposure why you can't do something because you don't even know. You don't know what you don't know. But
They never
knowledge,
tried.
yeah, but knowledge is power though. And so like coming from your perspective, because you know one thing about youth is they don't really respect shit from niggas who hasn't even walked in the lifestyle a little bit.
Yeah.
And you coming from a perspective of somebody that has walked from the lifestyle, and I think your opinion matters just that much more because it's coming from wisdom. It's not theory. Like it's not like a teacher being like, you shouldn't do this. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, I look like you, nigga. I live where you live, nigga. I come from where you come from, and I can tell you personally.
1000%.
You
Being
know.
black, you got a target on your back already for being black.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you walk in the streets, you got a target already. So why would you create more targets? You black and you a black man growing up in this world. Got a
Listen,
target on your back already.
listen, man. I think I think you said everything you needed to say, bro. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Let's listen. If there's one more thing you want to say to him, try to wrap it up, make it concise, make it poignant for him. But like, what do you want the kids to know? And then let's take them home.
Every day you wake up, every second that you breathing, make it count. The great powerful Wallow, 20 years in jail, said on your tombstone, they got the day you was born and the day you died. It's a dash in the middle of them two dates. Make that shit break dance. Be greatness. Make that fucking long ass line that's in between them two dates. Make that shit stretch. Cause they gonna have to motherfucking make a whole magazine about all the great shit you did. Put the flags down. Shit ain't worth it, man. We pushing peace. I am FOBC note. The Hood Ray Charles, Blind Poppy if you nasty. The official blind stepper, the voice of the disabled, the voice of the streets. And I'm out of here.